Next up, we've been talking a lot about tech startups, and now it's time to meet some of the some of the coolest and most innovative startups in the CEE. They are four of the finalists from our Startup Spotlight competition, and they will be pitching for 5 minutes on the stage in front of all of you, and they will have also 3 minutes to get questions from our jury, who I would like to invite on stage. Bogdan Ripa, please come on stage. Robin Wouters, Daniel Lynch, Mike Butcher, Andrei Pitish, and Radu Georgescu. And in the meanwhile, we would like you to know, yes, please. We would like you to know that the Startup Spotlight competition is proudly supported by Ixia, and that is why I'd like to call Teodor Ceaușu to say a couple of words about this competition and what it means for them and for us. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. So it's awesome what I'm seeing here. We are very, very proud and more than honored to be the sponsor for the contest. This year, compared with the previous ones, I'm seeing more mature products, more experienced teams, and this is, for me, okay, a clear sign of a positive evolution. For the participants at the contest and for the finalists, just follow your path, no matter what this jury, you saw them, no matter what this jury will tell you, just follow your dream and just do it. You've heard the man, and good luck to everybody.
Hello.
Awesome, thank you. So I'd like to invite on stage our first startup who will be pitching, which is Appticles. Good luck. Can we also have the timer? Just a moment to start the timer so you can be all set.
Thank you. Slides? So, how is everyone? Who went out drinking last night? Put your hand up. Fantastic. How do you feel? You feeling good? Does it help if I talk louder? Oh, terrible hangover. Okay, off we go.
There we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Ciprian Borodescu. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Appticles, a mobile content distribution and monetization platform for small and medium publishers, completely based around the concept of Open Web and HTML5. Everybody knows that being a publisher these days is tough, especially when trying to better reach and target your mobile audience. Take, for example, a niche publisher such as journalism.co.uk, and you'll find out that for them, creating, distributing, and monetizing a mobile application can be frustrating for several reasons. Big fragmentation across mobile devices and operating systems, which easily translates into high development costs, approval process into various app stores, poor discoverability due to the closed environment of native apps, and finally, and one of the biggest pains of the publishing industry, the 30% share revenue model on Apple Store alone. Thankfully, we have the solution. Appticles enables journalism.co.uk and other similar publishers to package their existing content into a beautiful mobile web application with its key advantages derived from the openness of the web itself, a distribution model that is up to 10 times more effective and no shared revenue constraints. Now, let me show you how the journalism.co.uk mobile web application actually looks and feels on an iPad. First of all, I'm accessing it directly from the URL without having to go through an app store and install it. I'm browsing through the current categories, I pick an article, and I read it. I like what I'm reading, so I'm going to mark it as favorite. I can also tweet about it, and my friends and followers can just tap on the link and immediately have access to the application. Just imagine how this is affecting the content distribution for publishers on social media on mobile devices. Notice how swiping through the articles and pages gives it a swift, app-like look and feel. This is truly beautiful. And combined with other features, such as the offline mode capability, it really blurs the line between HTML5 apps and native apps. Monetizing the mobile web applications can be achieved either through full-screen ads, which, by the way, are 4 or 5 times more efficient on mobile and tablet devices than regular banner ads, or by selling the content through paywalls. Aside from these obvious options, we've also partnered with Flatter.com to include social micropayments inside our mobile web applications. Let's talk some numbers now. The global publishing industry is expected to reach an estimated $350 billion in 2017. Out of that, the digital accounts for 11% of global newspapers' revenue and 16% of total magazine industry revenue. We are going to target the long tail of publishing industry, and we can pinpoint on approximately 200 million small and medium publishers, including bloggers, as being our addressable market. We're going to sell this under a monthly-based subscription, starting at only 19 euros per month for the Plus package and 39 euros per month for the Pro package. We're also offering it for free for smaller publishers as a way to get traction and promote our platform. So far, we got 500 beta publishers on our platform, over 150,000 articles being processed, approximately 200,000 mobile readers have accessed our apps since the beginning of this year, and we've been nominated and awarded a few times in Paris, Barcelona, and Bucharest. The founding team behind this project is one of the very first teams selected for Startup Bootcamp Business Accelerator, and it is composed of Alexandra, a great team leader with 8 years experience in backend development, winner of the second place at Girls in Tech Paris 2012, Ionuț, 8 years experience in front-end development and a true JavaScript guru, and myself. I was a developer for more than 6 years, and since 2010, I'm involved with the business side of things. Back in 2011, Financial Times created a precedent in the publishing industry, which triggered an entire array of similar initiatives based on HTML5.
And time. Sorry.
Now,
That's it. Time is up.
Seriously?
Yes, I'm so sorry. It's 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
Really, I started at 0.31 or something like that.
Don't argue. Shut up and ask the questions.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Here's another
What do we
point
do now?
to make it
Ask
easier for you.
questions?
Yes, for 3 minutes.
Have you heard of a company called Marfeel that does exactly the same thing?
I actually heard about Marfeel, yes. I met them. They are one of our main competitors, alongside OnSwipe and Pressly, which are from US and Canada. We're different in terms that we're not just creating the mobile web application, but the vision for Appticles is to go to the distribution of the HTML5 application and to monetization. They stop at creating that mobile web application. Moreover, more often, Pressly and Marfeel actually have a door-to-door approach. This is not scalable.
It's Daniel Lynch from 3TS Capital. We actually own a company in Slovakia called Piano Media, which does very much the same thing. And one of the challenges of this business model is getting the publishers to put their content behind the paywall. And what is your strategy for actually building the content available for your customer base?
So every publisher, if they have a paid content, they can actually hook into our API. And we have that. So that's really not a problem. As I said, the monetization of the mobile web application can be either with paywalls or pay gates, as we call them, or through banners or full screen ads.
What's your go-to-market strategy?
Thank you, Mike.
What's your go-to-market strategy? I see from the 3 people that you have on the team,
yes,
none of them has actual experience in marketing or in the publishing industry.
We've actually been working together since 2005 with our own outsourcing company in Romania. So working as a team, we do have a lot of experience. We also have 3 other employees.
I'm talking about publishing experience, digital publishing.
We do have advisors. One of our advisors is really known in the publishing industry, is from Denmark, author of many books, and really proficient in the publishing industry. So we have that help. We have an advisor on the crowdfunding part, and we also have an advisor on business-related stuff.
And thank you. I'm sorry to cut in like that, but the 3 minutes are up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next up is Daisy Pie. Come up and pitch your startup.
There's just a tip for everybody. There's a huge clock on the stage here. So when you see it ticking down, that's called a clock going down. So check your time.
Hello. Do you need 2 mics or 1?
Just one, no
Okay.
remote.
Okay, very cool. Can we please start the timer again so it can be right on clock?
Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Valerian, and I would like to show you a cool new way to make your life more enjoyable. Together with my colleagues, we are working on affordable home automation solutions. And today, I'm going to talk about our first product, a home monitoring solution called Daisy Pie. Before I start, I want to know how many of you have alarm systems at home? Okay, so alarm systems aren't that popular. We think this is because the current solutions on the market are hard to use because you need to arm them and disarm them using a code that you need to remember or a custom remote that you can lose. They are hard to install because you have to drill holes through your walls or call a technician to do it. And if you're staying in rent and you're moving out, you'll lose the whole setup. And the most important factor, it's the price. A modern alarm system is by no means cheap. Fortunately, we have a solution for it. We have developed a home monitoring solution based on the popular Raspberry Pi computer, together with an extension board designed by us, which holds input for several sensors. Together with a web camera and a speaker, we have a gadget that can detect intruders into your house using the infrared presence sensor. It can record video when suspicious activity is detected. It can be used as a thermostat or as an air quality monitor using the gas sensors. Or you can transform it into a baby monitor. So Daisy Pie is much more than an alarm system. It's a full-fledged home automation solution. And the hardware isn't the whole story here. We have a corresponding web application which stores all the log data into the cloud and displays it back to the user using a web application and a mobile app. You can define custom alerts there, and we also have some artificial intelligence special sauce in there as well. So Daisy Pie, it's an extension of the Raspberry Pi computer, which has sold 1.75 million units since it's launched in March 2012. The home automation market in which we are is projected to grow to $14 billion by 2018. And since we're talking about a hot market, we are not alone in this market, of course. But we are the only solution which focuses on Raspberry Pi users, and we have the best features per price ratio. That means we have covered all the use cases of our competitors, but in a more affordable package. We plan to sell the Daisy Pi hardware in 2 packages. The first one, which is comprised of the Daisy Pi extension board, is for hackers who already have a Raspberry Pi at home and want to do their own custom setups. The second package is the complete solution for people who don't want to assemble Daisy Pi by themselves. It has the Raspberry Pi computer, the Daisy Pi extension board, the sensors, the camera, the speaker, and it's all packed in our custom case which mimics an apartment flower. We are currently on sale on the largest Romanian do-it-yourself and hardware shop called RoboFun. So let's talk numbers. Considering a 5% market share of the 1.75 million Raspberry Pi units that were sold, we are looking at revenues between $3 and $18 million. And if the Raspberry Pi continues to sell as well as it did so far, we are looking at very good, very good revenue figures in the next future, in the close future. So coming back to the initial problems.
You have 1 minute left.
Thank you. Coming back to the initial problems, DaisyPi is easy to use because you can monitor your home through a web app or through your phone. It's easy to install because it's a home plant which runs on electricity instead of water, and you can take it with you wherever you go. And it's affordable. But our biggest strength is our team. We have won the first Romanian Raspberry Pi team hackathon with DaisyPi. The guys all have embedded software development experience, and we have been working together for the same company for 3 years. And we also have Yulia, which is our designer and in charge with our beautiful visual identity. So, in conclusion, we want to make home automation mainstream. How are we going to do that? Our first product, it's a home monitoring solution called DaisyPi. What's in it for you? Less worry so you can enjoy the most beautiful moments in your life. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. And now we have 3 minutes of questions. We'll just wait for the timer to be set.
3 or 5?
It's 3. And go.
It's actually 2,
3.
I guess. It's Radu here.
Make that 3. The 3. There's difference between 2 and 3. 3 minutes.
It's Radu here. So
Hey.
I'm seeing, as at the before presentation here, you are 3 or 4 programmers and 1 designer. Where the hell is the business acumen of the team? And how do you want, I mean, 20 million, it's a heck of a lot of money. How are you going to sell this amount without a business?
So first of all, we have a Romanian advisor, the founder of RoboFun, the largest hardware and do-it-yourself shop in Romania. And also we are actually pretty young, and this is what we actually want to get from this conference. Maybe continue with an accelerator and build such a business plan.
You know that the advisors don't sell for you.
Yeah, you're right. At least we have somebody there who can help us and give us advice.
Andrei here. You said that it's already on sale. Do you have actual users?
So on sale, it's only the first package, so only the extension board for the hackers. This is because we are still working on the cloud application, and we encouraged all the hackers to use a third-party logging solution, which are available. One of them is Device Hub from Romania, OpenSense from Sweden, and it was there was one called cosm.com, which was bought and it's not free anymore.
Right. Hi, I'm Robin. I love that you have a slide that says projections, and one of them is present. It's really funny to me. So you're projecting quite a lot of revenue in the next year. How do you plan to scale? What's your customer acquisition strategy, essentially?
This is similar to Bogdan's question. We actually are still building this, so we're pretty new. I don't have an answer for you right now. But this is the help that we want to get out of this conference. So continue with an accelerator maybe and get more help in this direction.
A quick question. I mean, it's Raspberry Pi, right? A lot of Raspberry Pi stuff isn't very, very consumer mainstream. It's actually quite hard for ordinary people. I think in Harry Potter they call them muggles, right? Is it easy for an average person? Somebody stupid, can they set this up?
It's not that easy, but as I said in the presentation, this is our first product. So we are thinking of a more consumer-friendly product.
You want to spin it up, right? Okay, cool.
We have this planned. We thought about it, and we want to have a consumer-friendly gadget that has a more industrial design, a more compact design.
Okay.
So you started saying that this is for home automation, for intrusion detection and security. You have the product here, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think you showed it. But am I supposed to put one of these in every room in my house? Because then it becomes a lot more expensive than my existing solution.
Sorry to interrupt. We'll have to make it a really, really short answer because we're a bit over time.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Very cool. Next up. Okay. Next up is Datamate. Okay, there we go. Welcome.
Just a bit of advice for everybody. When you do pitches, and when you're taking questions from judges on stage, when you're doing a pitch, try to keep your answer, the judge is sitting here and they want an answer from you. They don't want a long answer, because that actually just uses up loads of time and then you only get like 2 questions. What's the point? Make your answers shorter, then we can get more questions in and then we'll understand your product and your company much better, and all of you guys are going to be less bored by the long answer. There you go. Carry on.
Very cool. Can
Thank
we
you.
start the timer? Oh.
All right. Hello, my name is Katerina, and I come from Datamate. I want to tell you a little about this Shiva problem that we have in our life. We take a lot of photos, we tweet, we take notes, we shoot some hipster Instagram photos, and that's really nice, but the problem comes in when you have to make some sense of it. So if you're a journalist, a blogger, or a conference goer from various industries, or an investor interviewing a lot of startups, taking a lot of notes, when it comes to making sense of all this content that you created, this is how you feel after an event. Everything is everywhere. Instagram is in Instagram, Twitter is in Twitter, your camera is full of photos, you don't have no idea where you put your notes. And this is what we want to change. We don't want you to feel after any exciting event that you come home to this unexciting pile of data. So that's why we're creating Datamate. Datamate is a mobile and web application that makes sure your content takes care of itself. So basically, you continue to do whatever you're doing. You're shooting photos, you're tweeting, you're taking notes, but it puts it on a nice timeline that waits for you after an event. So this is the mobile application we're building right now. Basically, you can use it, just scroll this blue button and choose a media which you input, and you can also add the social media. So basically, you're in this conference, you can just do whatever you were doing, and it waits for you on a nice timeline afterwards. So basically, you have a blueprint of your experience. And this is the timeline we created for what was making headlines in Bulgaria at the moment. It was the Ostoka protests. This timeline consists of tweets, notes, photos, and Facebook posts. And it's a horizontal timeline. It's an associative thread of events. It makes it easier to follow, especially for storytellers. We got some nice traction there. We got 1,200 visits to our website. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out on this link down there. But the thing is with this timeline, because it's made to be live, what we're doing really is we're creating rich media at the speed of Twitter. So basically you can, instead of just having photos and notes, you can have the entire experience in front of you, and you can even join in for the conversation. Where we are now, we're going to have the beta, closed beta launch by the end of the month or beginning of December. So if anybody wants to try the product, we will just let us know. This is the team. As you can see, we love wearing tights. There's 2 creatives, 2 tech guys. Igor and I, we have been working together in advertising for 7+ years. We love working together. We also won some awards, so we just kind of continue doing what we love doing. And our tech guys, we have one web developer, one iOS developer. What they love doing is they love solving problems and making them beautiful. So that connects us quite well. We're now at 400 subscribers. We're our landing page. And I want to give you a few things about our competition, because the market is interesting, and there is note applications, there's journal applications, there's Storyfy, there's all kinds of applications that can connect in some way to this one. But the thing is, we first of all believe that life does not happen in singular medium, but in a combination of it. And we're also creating a new media format, which gives us a nice edge on the market. So our business model is twofold. We actually, first we received the best feedback from bloggers and journalists, but then, as it happened, after launch of our first timeline, we got the first client from the advertising agency. So we believe there is this business to customer and business to business model, and they're probably going to be using it differently. For example, if you were at this conference and you could have a live timeline in all media, that would be the business thing. One is going to provide us with traction, the other was going to provide us with food. As for numbers, in, for example, business to customer segment, if you could combine WordPress and the Tumblr blogs, you get this number of 200 million, not counting Medium and LiveJournal, and this number is rising. And then in business to business model, solely advertising industry per year is worth $1 trillion, which is no joke. We're now in 11 Accelerator in, in Sofia, and we're building the product. We have been featured, this is a bragging slide, we have been featured in Venture Village, and we also won Startup Stand-Up in Belgrade in Serbia. We're here for partnership feedback and some hard questions. And this is what we believe, you have an inspiring life and you should have an inspiring tool for it. Thank you, please find us.
Thank you. Can we
Right.
please set the timer for 3 minutes so we can start the questions?
Your slide on business model didn't actually talk much about the business model. You didn't say how much you're going to charge or how you're going to charge users.
Yeah, because we're actually building it right now.
So
The actual amount and the actual way to do it.
But what's the plan? Do you plan on monthly subscriptions, one-time
okay,
fees?
there is a plan, like if we go to business to customer, we're gonna go freemium, so we're gonna be a free application, get traction, and then subscription for specific, because it's a lot of storage and features and things like that, so it's gonna be a combination of that. But for business to business, it's a completely other story, because you have to have like a custom-made timeline, and there is different needs from like advertising industry needs a media format for brands and things like this. So it's gonna be a bunch of work, in other words.
The monetization strategy was my question as well. But I mean, in terms of what do you see as your next steps in terms of your development? Where do you need? You got 400 subscribers now. Where are you in terms of your development of your product and your launching?
What we're going to do next is we're going to give them the closed beta to test, so we get feedback, so we know what to change, where to go in terms of a product, and then we also what we want to do is to develop the business model to actually go talk, because we're going to go talk to our first customers. So we're going to see, like, for example, what this advertising agency needs. So it's going to give us another, like a real view of, you know, the price and the features and everything. So this is 2 next steps.
It seems to me you're going. Oh, you go.
Please, Mike. Go ahead. What's your competition? The first question, and the second is, how many times have you flown in Silicon Valley?
Haven't flown to Silicon Valley for business, although for you know, relax, yes. But there is a competition in, for example, there is this journal, kind of like keeping moments together. There's this Memento, I think it's called, the application. And then there's Evernote as a note-taking application, and then there's Storyfy in the blogging field. But the thing is, we're not doing any of those per se. We're doing something else. I'm sorry, just you would suggest we should go to Silicon Valley?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people are trying to find better ways to create content rather than just consume it. And I think that your idea is great. However, it will be hard to monetize because most people now create content taking a picture, and you know, you don't pay money to take a picture. But definitely it's great, and you get around finding a business model, then, you know.
Thanks. Just what we're doing right now. Yep.
Yeah, I agree. So I think it's going to be hard, the business to customer aspect, because we're all used to not paying for Facebook and Tumblr and everything else. So I don't know how and if we're going to be successful that way. However, business to business, I find this interesting because you know, like this event, for example, it would be great to have such a wall, right? Coca-Cola, it would be great to have a wall where people talk about Coke and, you know, their experience or whatever. Every post that's tagged with that, kind of like Tumblr.
No, I want to say something.
I have to get a question from you.
I want to say this is absolutely insane. I'm so frustrated.
Why?
What the hell? I just went to the website and you say, be the first to try it. Just open the fucking thing up. Let people fucking use it. Honestly, please don't try to monetize. You cannot possibly monetize this at all. In a month of Sundays, in your entire life, you couldn't monetize this unless you have some users. Do not put up a slide that says, I've got 1,000 users. I've got a dog that's got more users on Twitter than this application. And this has got a staff. My dog does not have staff. You know, come on. Get the thing out there, minimum viable product, get some users punching holes in it, kicking the tires. Don't think about monetization at all.
Thank you.
Unless you have any users, more than 1,000 bloody users. Goodness me. Please never, ever show that slide again. It's embarrassing. Goodness me. Shit. I mean, look, get the thing out there. Don't even talk about anything, business models at all, until you have 15 billion users or something, for heaven's sake. It's a nice product. It's a nice-looking product. You're clearly talented. And get the thing out there. Get everybody... Right, take the page down today. Take the page down today. Open the damn thing up. Who's going to get on this web app, right? Everybody, get on this web app. You just got 500 users,
awesome.
Right? You just got 500 users. Take the page down, close, put beta on it, fine, put beta on it, but close this, invite-only crap. Get the thing down, get it up today, right? Come back this afternoon and tell us what happened, okay? Everybody get on this app. You've got 500 users. Go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very cool stuff. And the last startup's pitching is Spot the Number. Let's give him a hand, encourage him. And the time started.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mircea. I'm a software engineer and the co-founder of Parudi, the social gaming company. Ever since high school, we knew we wanted to make games for a living. So actually, when we got to college, we assembled a team of people, friends and high school friends and high school colleagues that actually started making our first game. It was a shooter. We had a lot of good time. Our players loved the demo, but we lacked one thing: experience. So we failed. So several startups later and working for several companies, here we are today being funded and accelerated at 11, in Sofia, with our first game that's actually going to make a difference. This game is called Spot the Number. It's easy, right? So this game is actually based on bingo. Well, everyone knows bingo. You have to find numbers. And you think, okay, this game is really old. No one really plays this thing anymore. Well, you're wrong. Actually, according to Google Trends, the interest of mobile bingo has actually doubled within the past 2 years. And you can see, for comparison, some other popular games like Solitaire or Scrabble, which is actually lower than this one. So, what's the problem with bingo? It really gets boring after a while. You have to wait for the numbers and so on, and it gets boring. So what we did, we twisted the game and gave you the number up front and make it a timed game. So actually players compete against each other and in real time. How we do monetize this? Of course, it's freemium. There's no other way these days. So here's some numbers. We're around 8,000 monthly active players now, with 75% of them playing daily or more than once a day, and 82% of them are women. This is really relevant because women too spend a lot more than men in these social games. We're not at a marketing stage yet, but we did some campaigns and we actually managed to get 32 cents for new users, acquiring new users in the UK, which is actually 4 times less than the average for the UK. This is based on Facebook. Right now, we have 1% paying users with a 3% conversion rate. So basically, people that actually want to go to the store and buy stuff, they actually buy items in our game. And each paying user spends about $10. But we're just getting started with this. So you may wonder, how's our game doing? What do our players think of it? Well, here's the competition. So Bingo Bash, which is a main bingo game, let's say these days, has 4.3 average review rate on App Store. Candy Crush is over here, it has 4.4. Tetris, which is another known game, has 4.3 as well. And we have 4.6. This is really good. So what's our recipe for success? Well, we take classic games and twist them a little bit so they appear fresh and new. By doing this, we target mass market, not just a niche of the players who actually like these games. And we strongly believe that the future of mobile gaming is real-time multiplayer. There's no single player in the future. Why should you invest now? Well, there are about 500 million people playing games on mobile devices daily, which is quite a lot of big number. And the market is expected to reach $24 billion per year in mobile gaming alone. So what's the dream team that will make all these things come true? It's Adrian, who was over here, our CEO and software engineer. Give it up for Adrian here. And he's also really passionate about gaming psychology, so he reads a lot of books and stuff. He makes these really cool games. One is our CPO and product manager, and she's responsible actually for doing all these nice graphics for the ladies that they enjoy all the time. And I'm the technical geek, so you know me. We've been friends since high school. We have 30 years of combined technical experience, and we have a lot of passion for games. These are a few of the reviews we have on our App Store, and I'll leave you with that. And I'm open for questions, so if you want to meet us afterwards to discuss, we're here. Yeah, thank you.
Very cool, thank you. Now it is time for questions.
Yeah. What's your next game?
That we cannot tell you yet. That's our secret sauce. But we take classic games that really have validated game mechanics that people know, and basically they learn to play really fast. So we just twist them.
And then when are you going to launch your third game?
Our third game? It will be next year, probably, if we get all the funding necessary.
I'd like to actually see the game.
You can just download it now. It's all on the market. So.
Well, why didn't you present it on stage in front of all these people? Why can we not see it?
We can. Well, if you need 500 or whatever new users, you can just download it now and see what it looks like.
On the slides or a video of the game, or.
Sorry.
If we'd seen the video of the game,
yeah,
then it's kind of easier to understand what it's like.
For sure, yes, but you can play it, as I said. It's easy, so you just have to find numbers as fast as you can. It's like bingo, but more cooler.
I'm just saying that when you pitch it, I think it'd be nice to see the product.
Okay.
You mentioned that you want to get funding. I think that we've been looking at a number of games companies, and the fact that you have one game successful basically gets you a ticket to the meeting. And then, and your ability to demonstrate the ability to roll out games at a high velocity, that you can alpha and beta test them, that you actually have a strong user database you can cross-sell to. That's what the investors are going to be looking for, is how are you going to scale this business, and what is the sustainability and the life cycles of the various games that you're bringing out. Yeah. And I mean, obviously, freemium, multiplayer, competitive games, mobile, those are the genres you need to be in. And evergreen games do have much longer sustainability. But I guess the question for you is, do you think your team has the ability to demonstrate all those features in order to be credible for an investment round?
Yes. So our numbers are actually better than, for example, Maven had when they started. So they demonstrated a lot of potential, so they did it. We can do the same. You asked about the next game. So we made this game into a platform, actually. It's cross-platform. You can put it on Facebook, put it on web or whatever. And basically, we can create new games with a just slight twist based on this one. And you have a fresh new game within a short time frame. So that's really easy for us to do now. It took a while, but we're there, yes.
So 8,000 monthly active users is not a lot.
Yes.
How are you going to scale it, and why are you going to be able to scale it?
So right now, we are improving on retention and virality. We're not at monetizing and acquiring new users. So retention is growing within the last few weeks, where we are at 11.
That's your KPIs, but how are you going to get there?
We're going viral with Facebook. So we'll do incentivized invites. That's really actually what works.
We are officially over time, so thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
So you can download the game right now.
What, are you going out with this guy? You're over? You just dumped him on stage. It's really cruel.
Thank you very much, esteemed jury.